So Life Church, I think for us, I suppose as a family, we can sort of talk about the whole idea of being part of a community. I think for many years I grew up in a church, grew up as a pastor's son, and then went on my journey of discovery. And coming to Bristol was an interesting experience for us, and not everything went as we kind of expected. And there's a quote from J.R. Tolkien in Lord of the Rings where it says, "They who wander are not always lost." And I think this was something that marked our journey as we lived in Bristol. And I think that whole thing about lostness was about, yes, we were in church, yes, we were worshipping, but we knew that there was something missing, something that we wanted. And that was where sort of community, breaking down the walls of demographics, age, class, race, all of that was broken down. And in terms of being part of the community, there is just so much, there's so much that goes on. And I feel like before, when I've been in sort of church situations, and this is just for me, is that I felt like part of it was like you felt you were serving all the time. It felt like serving. Whereas now I probably do more or involved in more things, but it just feels like an extension of who I am, an extension of my life. Everything seems to sort of blend together, and I think that's the same for us as a family. The different areas in which Life Church have been so good in sort of creating the different communities. So we run one of the life groups, and that's been a real place of blessing, getting to know each other, people growing in the gospel, learning about people's experiences, their past, their history, and how all of our histories intersect with each other, but they also intersect with Jesus, and it makes much of Jesus. I think other things like the men's breakfast, which we have, and the men's events have just been really, really good, being together and having fun. I think one of the key things that we were told when we first came to Life Church was that, yes, we worship God, yes, we want to enjoy giving praise, worshiping, learning, growing, but we want to have fun in the process. And I think there is always going to be hard times, there's always going to be things which kind of throw you off, but we've just had so much fun together, and we do laugh a lot, and then otherwise is like, I feel I'm one of the old school, take notes during the sermons, and I just feel like it's like I get poured into every time I'm sat in church taking notes. I feel like I'm being poured into, and I've got something to take away and implement in life and share with others. And I guess the whole thing is like Life Church, the actual name sums it all up. Life Church, part of life, living life together, and it just makes me kind of joyful.